G'day folks, Jamil here. I'm back. I'm victorious, but I'm still a little fried. I'm not gonna lie to you. Amazing things have happened since we last caught up. I did have to take a bit of a mental health break. I'm still gonna be taking a slight break and have to ramp myself back up because, yeah man, like I've got some fantastic things to tell you, but realistically, my nervous system is still shot, if I'm being real honest with you guys. The spirit is willing, it's rejuvenated, it's refreshed, but yeah, like I am now into burnout number 4 in 4 years. I know this feeling, unfortunately, too well. And you know, every drive and push and motivation to go forward and get back up again, the body's just like, nah man, nah. Like it just physically becomes like a physical handbrake. So I did want to catch up with you guys, just share where I'm at, share what I'm up to. Again, just about building in public, and you know, the real grind isn't necessarily in catching up with you folks, right? It's actually good to have this communication with you guys and actually just keep you up to date with what's going on in life. And this is actually something that I'm going to do a lot more of moving forward, because I've had a lot of time to reflect over the last few weeks about what's not working, what's working in this business. I'll go through some of that in today's ep. This will be a little bit longer format. It's pretty off the top of the dome. I've got a few notes, but you know, I just want to, like I'm just talking to you in person, right? That's what I'm trying to get to here, because let me start with one of the great things that have happened over the last few weeks. Speaking to a bunch of customers, or you know, good people like yourselves, community members, and I'm onto something, folks. The experience, the transfer of belief, the conviction in what I'm doing is hitting with people. The vibe is the tribe. I'm going to keep unpacking that for you guys. It's so important to understand, and like I'm hitting, folks. The desired outcome is fucking hitting with the people. That we're having long conversations. Every meeting that I have with someone, every chat I have with someone goes for double the time. We're fucking vibing, you know, it's good energy. It's good energy. And this is exactly what I'm trying to hone in on, bottle in as an experience to pass on to you guys in the community, right? I know that feeling. I know that feeling of I've got yous on the hook. We're fucking having a good time, exchanging information, right? Connecting, getting in alignment. I'm finding my people, right? And beautiful. This is why we get into this stuff, right? This is about the impact that I know that I'm creating, because it's the same feeling that I got with my mentees and the things that I was doing with people that I would coach and train for free, and just do it for the love of the game. And then now, even though I've got a solution and a package behind it, I'm getting that exact same feeling, right? This is what I'm transferring and productizing exactly what the experience that I'm creating, and we're on here, folks. We are fucking on here. Now that I got the sapling, right? That's what this business is. It's a sapling right now. It's a gorgeous sapling of potential. I just need to nurture that thing, and that's something I talked about in the newsletter in previous episodes. Is that, like you can't scream at the trees to grow. You're right. What the academy is in its fucking early days, and I have grossly, overestimated what I can do in this amount of time. And that's why, and I do that a lot, clearly, with 4 burnouts in 4 years, right? 2 of them, not necessarily my fault. One was redundancy, one was this whole family thing. 2 of them definitely my fault. But still, it's a double-edged sword, burnout. Part of me, an egoic sense of self, is like, fuck, you can't question my fucking work ethic now, can you? But the rest of me, the secondary part of me that I should be listening to more of, the one that, doesn't think that rest is earned or like is a must, right? And I do not respect my need for rest and to slow down. That's just an unfortunate fact of who I am, and I'm working on it, right? But yeah, like it's a double-edged sword when it comes to, getting things done. It's not worth the burnout. I'm not proud of it, but there's a little part of me that's kind of proud that your boy fucking works, right? You can't say I don't do the goddamn work. I've been working, 70 hours a week, for the last 2 years, right? I've no-lifed this business all year. And so, yeah, my body, has just gone, we're done for a while, mate. Like, you got to really respect this now. You got no choice to respect it. And okay, man, yeah, sure. Like, I know that I could be better at it, so I just got to listen. But yeah, overall, spirit, rejuvenated. So many amazing things have happened in the last week. Let's prattle a few off. So number one, probably the most important thing is that the worst of my family stuff is over now. A lot of the negative energy the worst of that's over. We've got some agreements in place. We've got a settlement in place. Like, things are going to be okay from here. So that emotional shitstorm is done. Thankfully, the worst of it for now. And that was what really gave me the battering, right? Sold the family home for a good amount, a great amount, very happy with the amount. So we should get the money for that, and that'll sort everything out in mid-Jan, which is fantastic. And that means Mum's looked after financially. I can set her up with a retirement plan. But we're just going to play out the next few months and just, still get her adjusted to new life, because we've only been... These last 3 months have gone so quick and so slow at the same time. We're dealing with all this stuff, and we'll get into that stuff maybe in the new year once all the dust is completely settled from that. I got to give you this goss, because you might think, oh, it's a bit of TMI. Folks, I'm a TMI kind of guy, right? We're going to double down on the TMI stuff, because that's how you learn from the world around us, right? I don't mind being the oversharer. That's part of the reflections that I've had as well. So, yeah. House is sold, family stuff, worst is over. And very excited to announce that I have accepted a full-time role as a sales trainer and sales coach with Essentia, which is amazing. I'm under NDA for the actual client itself. And man, again, synchronicities from the universe. So glad to be working with Essentia as, in my own company as a contractor, doing what I'm passionate about into a corporation, into a legitimate business. Yeah, man, a blessing. So we're good, folks. We are fucking good. We are flying high. Again, the tests of life have been there, but we are back, son. We are back, right? Huge turning point in the last 3 weeks. All those three things, though, those big three, only happened over, I think, the second weekend of the year. Yeah, because we sold the house November 9th. And two of those things, the family settlement and the new job, 11/11, baby, synchronicities from the universe, right? We are going to get into that shit a lot more. We're going to get deeper, weirder, realer on this, right? This is about giving you full spectrum access to what I'm about, what I'm building, and why. And I was actually doing this on my podcast, The Binge Thinker, for close to 100 episodes of just oversharing my life and my traumas and my experiences and my transformation tools. I did that for 100 episodes, and that was fun. And I was like, well, if I'm going to be talking about the exact same stuff here, I must just migrate all of that content and all those insights and that binge thinker into this podcast and building in public, because I really realistically, people buy from people. You want to get to know me, and I have so much to teach you, and that I'm so keen to teach you about all of these things that I've accumulated over time to pass on to the next generation. That's the whole point of what this academy is about, folks, is to give you the skills, the insight, the wisdom that I wish I had been given when I was younger. I'm 34 now. If I'm giving this, a lot of my customers in the mid-20s, early to mid-20s, if I had the extra 5 years of time that I had to compound on this, because I've been sort of doing this intense obsession of self-optimization for coming up to 5 years now. November 30th is my 5-year anniversary since my awakening. We will do another episode on that as well. But if I was to pass on all the things that have made me who I am today 5 years earlier, I would be the compounding effects of these systems, these processes over time are immensely compounding. It's crazy, right? And that's what I'm trying to do here, right? Is just be that beacon, broadcast a message of positivity, of growth, right? To provide, this is a spiritual mission for me, folks. If there's all the trials and tribulations that I've been through to get to this point now, where I am, now self-employed, 15 kilos heavier, lighter, just a complete mental reset. Like, it's just been fucking wild, man. And it's been a deeply spiritual journey. We want to talk a lot more about spirituality and that integration, because people are heading that way, folks. I don't know if you know this, but, God's back on the menu, right? People are getting sick of the fake around us. They sense the call to more, and they realize, there's so much going on around us that you need to be connected to a higher power, a higher source, whatever that is, to really self-actualize and find the best in yourself. You have to think about a divine power. And that's something that I've been awoken to for almost 5 years now. That you can't have all these things, amazing things happen in your life without thinking that you are a player in a bigger game. And that's what we absolutely are. And again, we'll talk about that in further episodes. But like I said, folks, we're getting deep. We're going down a rabbit hole. I'm going to show you what I've been up to. It's been pretty fun stuff. And I know that some of it will be esoteric, but some of it will actually just be like, I know that everyone is into this stuff or is looking for this sort of stuff. So it's like, this is just going to get weird and fun. And that's the brand now, right? If I'm going to build something that is uniquely mine, I got to just be as much of myself in front of this camera for you as possible, right? That's what we're building here, folks, because the whole point of me, one of the tenets of this is to be, don't be fake. Take the mask off, right? In sales, in life, take that shit off. Just be real with be fucking real with people. And this is where it gets you, right? Your credibility, you can lean on the truth, you can lean on honesty to carry you. And your reputation, that is built on just aiming for the highest good. And you can use that as I don't know what it is, the thing that carves out a boat in water, right? The hull, whatever it's called. You can carve a career out and create an abundant living for yourself just by being someone of integrity and doing the hard work and actually just getting it done, right? And that's not a new lesson for anyone, but this is what I'm trying to embody for you guys based on all the successes and all the things that have happened for me over the last little while, right? This is getting a bit rambling weird, but again, folks, like I said, being real as fuck with you. So amazing things have happened. I'm rejuvenated I know that I'm onto something here with the academy. I'm attracting the right people. They're driven, they're ambitious, they have the call for more, okay? And there's so much information that I'm exchanging and they're vibing with in those initial meetings. So I just got to keep focusing on that. How do I hone, package, deliver that, scale that out? And then, again, we're in the money, baby, and the mission goes, right? This is a mission. The mission will be a huge success. Absolutely sure of it. I just got to take my time. Patience is going to be my biggest virtue in all of this. But, okay, it is what it is. So some other great things that have happened, catching you guys up, is why I've had this magical week, absolutely magical week, undeniably. From, again, house selling, family shit settling, getting the job. So I got the job essentially last Monday. I'm still waiting for the contracts and the paperwork, bit of admin hell, whatever it is. And I'm like, okay, awesome. And then that's the Monday. I take Tuesday to just chill out. Wednesday, let's just go live is on. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wing this. I'm going to just drop in and catch up with people because I know they're going to be out just at the pub, or I know how to get a pass pretty easily, and just wing it. So that's what I did. I just backpack on, just like I've done with this. Got my didn't even talk about the new t-shirt merch. This is going to be also a singlet soon because I will be instigating a Suns Out, Guns Out policy in this academy very shortly. So you've been warned. But yeah, I just walk into the backpack, and the first thing, the first people I walk into are guys from the academy, Sagnick, colleagues of mine, Kevin, just like, and I was like, guys, it's so good to chat with people and have that human connection again, man. And like, yeah, 2 steps in the door at the exhibition center, and I'm catching up and bumping into people, having a good chat, catching up with customers. Tarun, good to see you, mate. Good to meet as well. Yeah, man, like the human element of what I'm doing here, you have to remember to lean into that, because that human connection, the authentic connection that I'm broadcasting, hopefully through the camera, speaking to you, the good people, that's magnified because you only get a trace of that through a digital format. But when you're in person, you can't fake the vibe, right? You can't fake emotional energy, right? And so, yeah, there's connections immediately, synchronicities, right? Less than 10 minutes into there, so less than 10 minutes into hanging out at Cisco Live Exhibition Centre, I get a free pass. I go in, I meet one of the newest members of the Academy, Nay. Great to meet you. She understands what I'm talking about about having the vibe and the excitement in the conversations we're having, right? Yeah, so, and I just catching up with people all day, and, you know, people are recognizing me from LinkedIn. Everyone's asking about the family situation. Everyone's, you know, going, hey man, love the content. There's a few comments. A few people approached me about the rockets that I fired at Telstra, and just being real about my experience there. And I got thank yous. I had photos with people. Like, I'm a Q grade celebrity. Like, it's so funny in this circle, right? But that's what happens. It's just so strange to actually see the fruit of your brand building labor in a real environment, because it just feels like I'm shouting into the internet abyss when I'm on LinkedIn for an hour every day, right? Which is an absolute pain, let's be real. Ugh. LinkedIn is like radioactive to me right now. Like, I have to, there's great people out there, don't get me wrong. I've made some genuine connections with people. You can make real connections with people, but just the constant barrage of corporate that we actively avoid, or try to as much as we can in our lives. It's just there, right? It's blue light. It's just searing cortisol into the back of my brain as I scroll through it. That's a very realistic explanation, then, actually. Yeah, so I'm catching up with people and connections, human connection, something that I have missed a lot of. Again, you know, just being no life in this business, locked with my thoughts in a room, punching out content, punching out videos, editing, writing all year, right? Going into intense, you know, just chunks of work. Not really getting out and seeing people, being in Thailand by myself for a month and knowing absolutely no one, and then having to deal with the family shit and having no space for anything else, right? And rightly so. So to actually get human connections with people, seeing that my stuff is actually resonating, and, you know, I'm getting amazing feedback and real connections, I'm like, folks, we're on, right? It's here. I've got enough. It's like, you like me. You really like me. I wish it wasn't so obvious. Like, there is a form of validation in this shit, folks. It really is, right? And you can't ignore it. It just is what it is. You put yourself out there to hope to be accepted. But really, I'm trying to get past that, not hope to be accepted, and be like, there's probably a bunch of yous, or not a bunch of yous, not the good people, but there's a bunch of people out in the world that you don't actually want to fucking deal with anyway. So what's the point of being afraid of what they think of you, right? Because, like, if you're not vibing, then I'm not for you. And I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to try to be anything else except the vibe is the tribe. I'm just going to be me, broadcast that out, and who vibes comes in. That's the game. That's the fucking game. Anyway, I'm talking in circles because I'm excited, right? I haven't felt this passion and energy for the business in a while because I've been so focused and so stressed about making it work. But to finally, in these last few weeks where I've been slowing down, but having still meetings with people and catching up with them and just getting that energy circled back in again, I've got it, right? I got the fucking cycle going. So I'm excited, folks. I am very excited for where this is going to be over the next 12 months. Also, oh man, I wish I could tell you guys so much more about the new role, but I will be back in the skies in Southeast Asia as well. I am on location, or will be on location in Kuala Lumpur to train as part of my job, is training people in January. So that's going to be fucking exciting, folks. And I'm doubling down. Like I said, now that I've got some money to burn because I've got a full-time job, we're going to go back out into the world. I'm going to try and make this fun and exciting, and do the building and public stuff in public and just talk a bit of shit on the streets of KL. Maybe even go, weekends away, because like in Southeast Asia, man, like Singapore's an hour away. Phuket's 2.5 hours away. Like I could leave on a Friday arvo, be down Friday night, shoot some stuff, have a bit of fun. I'm going to make this fun, right? I have to make this fun. If I'm going to be putting my neck out here like I have been for the last 2+ years and flying out into the abyss, and just, again, going to a country where I'll know 2 people this time, which is better than 0 compared to Thailand, you got to make the adventure happen, mate. You know, you got to work. I'm working to live here, folks. I've done so much work, and we got to live. So, again, exciting in theory, flesh, nervous system going, yeah, fucking right, mate. Not now, nervous system, not now. We'll be fine. But yeah, Cisco Live was great to connect with people, human connection. And yeah, man, like, I felt it. It was great. I'm onto something. I really am onto something. Cut to Thursday, I'm hungover as shit. A write-off of a day. This is Thursday last week. Friday, again, a testament to why having a trusted personal brand is so fucking important. One sec. I get invited to an event by one of my former customers at Telstra Enterprise, who's become a great friend of mine, a personal friend, who is he's a wealthy and connected individual. And like, that's not why I'm drawn to him. It's just, we just got along like a house on fire. And yeah, like, it's just, you know, a kindred spirit. He's probably about 20-ish years older than me, 20-something years older than me. But again, mate, like, he's kept a youthful energy and vibe about him that I get and we get. It's just a great connection. So he invites me to this event, and I get to rub shoulders with a lot of, influential and wealthy people. Basically the boys of Collins Street here in Melbourne, which is, you know, the fancy part of town here in Melbourne. So I got to this event, got to meet Pakistani cricketing legend and captain Wasim Akram. And, you know, the inner Paki in me, very excited by that, right? And I know there's going to be a few of my UK followers here that are going to be like, "Whew, he's dropping the P word, is he?" I got the P card, mate. I got the Paki card, so I can say it. But again, same week, right? I'm hanging out, rubbing shoulders, just talking to people who are just throwing around, like, yeah, we're doing this $100 million project and this and that. And it's like, with your own money? And like, yeah, my own money. I'm like, oof, okay, all right. I am negative money right now, so I don't feel like I belong in here. But again, I only got to that because of good, genuine relationships and connections with people. In the business world, has translated into the personal world. And it opens up experiences, man. It really does. So this is why I keep telling you, folks, one of the fundamentals of being great at technology sales is to take the NPC away from yourself. Take the mask away, be a real human being, right? If you are an individual that is driven and has the entrepreneurial spirit and has the call to more, you don't want to be a fake person to get that success, right? You don't use, like, you want to be authentic about this, right? Really, what this journey is of solopreneurship and entrepreneurship is a honing and carving away of the parts of yourself that you do not need, but the authentic parts of who you are really shine through, right? So don't use the corporate world as training ground under a pseudonym, under a fake to be a fake self. Be yourself from day one, and be comfortable realizing that your presence of who you are, that you want to succeed and you want to make money, sure, but you want to help people. And you just want to have that win-win, right? Businesses should not be a zero-sum game. Bloody Australia, mate, flies everywhere. And maybe this analogy just stinks, but no. I was being real for a sec here. Like, use your time as an account executive, as an SE, be real with customers, because it's great practice for being real in the real world, right? Don't think that this is not a real world. It is a real world. You are dealing with real people with real problems. So the better you get at practicing that, by being just a good person to deal with in your technology sales career, is the runway to building your own business, your own successful personal brand, okay? And I am testament to that right now. Am I the fucking richest person in the world right now? No, I'm actually in debt. I'm negative money. That's another thing. I hit rock bottom financially and really, have nothing to my name right now. Which was a bit of an ego hit, admittedly, but on the whole, I feel pretty good. The fact that the important things are still happening. Anyway, getting distracted. Yeah, I think all I just want to say is fucking be real, folks. It works. And it's finally just really, really snapped into place for me from a business perspective now, because I know what to hone in on and really double down on. I've successfully put my theory into practice about what I wanted to achieve in the business as far as bottling and productizing the mentorship experience, the teaching experience, the genuine connection of education and empowerment. That's happening currently in the one-on-one conversations, in the coaching calls, and I have to now try and just put it into the content. And then also just the hard part would be, how do I put this into the product itself, into the courses, right? I do think in the not too distant future of doing live workshops and again, the personal experience. It's so important, folks. It's so important. And I get to use one of my biggest strengths that I have, which is the ability to create an experience from years of running comedy shows and running music gigs and performing stuff, right? Like, I can put together a vibe. So if I can put together a great vibe with a very useful product, i.e. the content that I've got, and you are bottling that you are getting that experience of, the good conversations that we have. Hopefully that shines through in these, in these podcasts when I'm being real as fuck with you guys. Then we're fucking cooking, folks, right? We're cooking. And, the in-person experience, the authentic analog emotional vibrations that we put out into the world, they cannot be beat, right? Everything's a vibration. Everything is energy. We will talk about that in later episodes. And again, folks, this will change you. And that's the whole point of this thing, is to fucking change it for the better, right? Is to broadcast positivity, good shit. Here's what's worked. It's worked on me. I'm not going to fucking tell you anything else except what's worked for me. And enjoy it, right? Take it out. Use it in the world. And it's not going to transform just your business relationships, your personal relationships, right? I'm here to transform the whole self. And I'm going to talk to you guys a lot more about my transformation in the coming weeks, because it's almost 5 years. It's crazy. Anyway, folks, this is a wild and loose episode of me just chatting to you. So much to talk about. I think my ADHD is flying. I'm also just, again, speaking of flies, they're everywhere and they're annoying the shit out of me. But, yeah, I'll talk about more changes in the future. Like I said, body's still fried. I'll be coming back slowly. I'm here, right? I'm good. Thank you so much for the support, right? The boy is healing and he's got to heal properly, right? I've come away like Indiana Jones with the Holy Grail, slid through underneath the boulder, and I've made it. But they never broadcast the part where it's just like, oh, that was fucked. I need a minute after, going through hell and coming back and shit. That's the phase I'm in right now. So, yeah, right, I'm here if you need me. I'm always a call, a DM, a message away if you need any help anytime. Also, I'm changing the Q&A sessions from 10 a.m. Melbourne time to 6 p.m. Tuesday and Wednesday nights Melbourne time. So that means, hey, we can chat. It's a more accessible time for Australians. I think for the UK as well, I think it's like early morning for you guys, like 8 a.m. or something like that. Google it yourself. Australian Daylight Saving Time's Melbourne time. But also, we can just fucking hang, right? Because we're not encumbered by, the day job. We can talk, have long format. Man, if we're having a great chat, I'll hang around for a few hours. I don't give a fuck. This is the best part of the job, is just chatting with you guys and getting to know you, right? So that's happening from next week. I'll put that in the newsletter. Besides that, again, thank you guys. Thank you for the support. It's been a wild ride, and I got to get better at telling the story, which I will in the coming weeks, but it's been fucking wild to get here. We are back on the way up in a big way, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentleworms, rather. And again, thank you for your love and attention. Come to the school, come to the community, share this with friends, please. Like, comment, subscribe. If you've got colleagues in the tech sales industry that you think would vibe with my shit, send it to them, mate. Right? The vibe's the tribe. fucking give us a share, why don't you? All right? And that's it for this week. Love yous all. See you next. Ciao for now.